Good morning and happy 5th of October. Hope you're having a lovely morning wherever you are. It is now late morning here. I've been working all morning. I've got to get a report out by lunchtime, so I've been frantically typing away on the keyboard and I've just stepped away for a little break, give my eyes a rest. I am wearing the Bernie sweater today. Can't remember who the pattern's by, but my link to my Ravelry page will be down below and I know it is on there. It's a really nice yoke sweater and I made mine quite cropped. And this yarn is Nobody Knows in John Arbon's Yarnadelic Sport Weight. So yeah, I really like it, although it does need a defuzz at some point. Today, yeah, working this morning, but I have this afternoon off and Harvey is going for a pedicure. So he's going to have his nails clipped because if I try and do it myself, he's such a wriggle bum and it just stresses him out. And if I take him to the vet, he just literally sits on the table and just allows it to be done. So I'm going for the easy option. The nurse does it, so I don't have to pay for a vet consultation. I just pay for his nails to be done, which is kind of under £10. So yeah, every few months I just go and get them clipped. So I've got to wake him up from his nap this afternoon to have that done, so he's not going to be happy with me. And then the rest of the day is my own, so I will take you along with me and catch up with you later. We've just got back from the vet, so Harvey has had his pedicure. I'm a bit windswept and I've just taken my jumper off because it is so warm out there. Yeah, it was cold this morning and now the sun's come out and it's lovely and warm again. So yeah, Harvey's had his pedicure and he is now not talking to me. This often happens, so he won't have a treat. He doesn't want to come find me, completely ignoring. I've even tried a raspberry, not interested. And then he hopped off to his pen, flicked his back legs at me, which is generally telling me to kind of something off. But he will come around later, but he'll probably take a good hour to summon up the forgiveness. So in that time, I am going to read a bit more of The Maid. I am loving this book. I am currently on page, hold on, bear with, 257. There's about 340 pages, so yeah, getting there, it's doing really well. Really loving it. It's kind of quite comical in places. It's a really easy read. You haven't kind of got to really apply yourself to read it. And just loving it. I read loads of it last night. And looking forward to reading a bit more today. So my working week is finished. I work Monday to Thursday about 1:30 and that's my week done. So been a busy morning, managed to get my report done, which was quite frankly like War and Peace, to be honest with you. There was so much information, so much to include, but I got it done. I'm really pleased with that, and I also got an assessment done, which I'm really pleased with. So that's all gone off, and now is time for me. So for the rest of the day, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I mean, I could do some chores, but chores need doing all the time. So I think I'm going to sit down, read for a bit, and I might actually catch up with some comments because I am now, I mean, when you're doing Vlogtober, you're always behind with comments, but I do really love to hear them. Oh, sorry, I've just knocked you there, not the tripod. I do really love to hear all your comments. It's so nice, and all your book reviews, and I know some of you have asked me some questions as well, so I will, I will endeavour to answer those. Might do a bit of that, and then later on today is Morris, so I'm a Morris dancer, so we go to Morris practice, and then we go to the pub after. So we'll see what happens throughout the rest of the day, and I will catch up with you at some point. It's now almost 6 o'clock. I don't know where the time's gone. I've read loads of my books, so that was good. Harvey took about an hour and a half to forgive me, but finally forgiven me and happy for me to be a human climbing frame again, so that's really good news. And I've been just reading. I popped the Hoover around and the duster around the lounge and the kitchen, and yeah, just got on with a few chores really. I am currently cooking jacket potatoes. You can probably hear the fan on the oven going, because Leon will be home very shortly and we'll then be going off to Morris practice. So I think I will leave it here today. Thank you for spending a bit of time with me, and I look forward to catching up with you again tomorrow. It is the 6th of October and I've just pulled up in the car, so I thought I'd have a quick chat because this is the first chance I've had to chat to you today. I've had a really busy morning. It is now 1 o'clock. I've had a busy morning. I've been to the baker's to get the bread for the weekend. I've been to the doctor's surgery to get a repeat prescription. You have to do it all by hand and wait in a queue. It's very old school, but it's very quaint. I've given Harvey's pen a deep clean today, which I do every few days, and you will have seen that I keep his litter that he's used in a lidded bucket. I had a comment about do I compost on my allotment plot? Yes, I do, but it is absolutely full at the moment, so hence why I had to get rid of some of the stuff, bag it up and take it to the tip. But Harvey's litter is great because it's made of recycled paper. It's just some hay and rabbit poop, so it's really good, and it's good brown matter to add to all the green leafy stuff that goes in the compost bin. So I have arrived at my dad's. I usually see my dad on a Friday. He was going to come over to me, but he called and sort of asked if I would come over, which is absolutely fine. So I don't know what I'm going to get up to with him for the next few hours, but we shall soon find out. Anyway, I will catch up with you a bit later on. It's now 5:45 and I've got home from my dad's and I've got the washing off the line. That's all dry, which is nice. I keep wondering how many more kind of washing, drying line days, is that a thing? How many we've got left in the year now that it's autumn and it's getting cooler. But it was really warm again today. It's about 21 degrees. So Dad and I decided to go for a nice little walk around Ashburnham Place, which is a Christian retreat, but the grounds are open to the public and you can go into the orangery and have a coffee. So Dad treated me to a cup of coffee and some coffee and walnut cake, which was delish. So thanks, Dad. Lovely to see you as always. And we had a walk around the lake and the gardens for a little bit and soaked up the autumn sun, which was lovely. For the rest of the day, I was going to take off a weaving project. So I've had a weaving project on my Kromsky header loom for quite some time, and I haven't got any further with it because I'm never going to wear it. So I was making a wrap, but I won't wear the colours. They're not really my cup of tea, and it was a really interesting weave that I was doing, the technique I was using, and I can't remember what it was called. If I remember, I will put it on the screen, or if I've got time, I will put it on the screen. But I was doing a weave, and I'm not going to wear it, so I'm going to stop it short. And I think what I'm going to do with the fabric that I've made is I'm going to make a project bag that's kind of for a jumper size, because I've got a lot of small project bags, but not enough big ones for like jumpers and big shawls and things like that, so I'm going to do that. And the other reason I want to get it off the loom is because I need some new dishcloth. So I've got my old dishcloth here off of the draining board, so apologies that it's a bit stained and a bit sad and a bit old looking. But I made these dishcloths over a year ago, and they're nice big ones. And although they're okay, there's some pulls in them, there's no real holes at the moment, but before that happens, I want to get some more on the loom and woven up because they've been brilliant. These are so good. I think partly because of the size of them, because they're nice and big, but also they just clean things really well. So I made several of these. I've got obviously ones down here that I switch over, and I've also got them in the bathroom to wipe down the bath and the tiles after we've had a shower. But there's bits of them like here, you see that, like here, where they're kind of starting to fall apart, but only really where I kind of change the yarn. So mind you, that's getting a bit of a hole. Anyway, so that's the plan, and I was going to do that today, but we are running out of light, and I'd quite like to film a bit of it to show you kind of how I finish something off, how I take it off the loom, and how I warp up a new project. So what I'll do is I'll show you what I've got on there at the moment while it's still light, but I think I might wait until tomorrow or Sunday to actually warp up. But yeah, for the rest of the day, I'm going to spend a bit of time drinking my tea because I've made myself a nice cup of tea, and I'm going to spend the time finishing the last 10 pages of The Maid. I'm nearly there. I mean, I've literally read it in under a week. Really enjoyed it. You know, as I say, not very taxing. I've really enjoyed it, and now I know who did it. I don't think a lot's going to happen in the last 10 pages, but you never know. I kind of knew what was, I mean, call me Miss Marple, but I kind of knew who it was going to be. So yeah, that's a bit of a shame. I wanted a bit of a twist, but there could still be a twist. So let's not jump ahead of ourselves. So I'm going to sit down, I'm going to read those last 10 pages, and then on a Friday I go off and do my food shopping on a Friday evening, because I'm so rock and roll. You know, am I going out for dinner or with friends or going dancing? No, going to do the food shop. I'll be doing that a bit later, and I've got to actually get some ingredients. We're going out tomorrow night, and I've got to make a pudding. So I need to think about what I'm going to make and do that. So there might even be cooking on tomorrow's vlog. Who knows? Cooking and weaving. Anyway, I'm wittering now, talking an absolute load of rubbish, so I think I better quit while I'm ahead, and thank you so much for spending a bit of time with me, and let me know what you've been up to. I will see you in the next vlog.